Guess what? I'm a bed wench and I wear hair hats. This video was inspired about some comments I received this weekend. Now let me just give a little history about myself. In my formative years, from preschool until junior high, I went to an all-black private school, and we learned Black history. And even Black history they don't even teach in schools today. Also, I went to an HBCU. But not only did I get my history from books and school, I was fortunate to be alive when my great-grandmother was around. So I also learned history from my great-grandmother, as well as my grandparents. My grandparents were actually alive during the time of Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and so forth, and they even marched with Martin Luther King. Yes, there are many more Black people I can discuss, but you guys know where I'm going with this. With all that said, I am a proud Black woman. So now, I'm trying to understand how calling me a bed wench is supposed to help the Black cause. This type of infighting is the same demise that happened to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. So let's get into it. Over the weekend, a blogger had talked about the Stephanie Adams or Edwards case. Basically, it was about a woman. The narrative is a woman and her 7-year-old baby jumped out of a 20-foot story building, all because she didn't want to get divorced by her husband. Of course, there's more narrative to the story because the woman was Black and the man she was married to was white. So that caused a whole big ruckus. Now, I had already seen the story on other people's channels, and this one particular blogger just posted the video, and all I commented was, I think there's more to the story. Mike Larry has more on his channel. You might want to check it out. Y'all tell me if that warranted these type of comments. Dawnie to the max, stop bed witching. Then another comment says, yeah, you tell that bed wench B-I-T-C-H again. But it didn't stop there. That wasn't good enough because, I mean, I wasn't even home when these comments were happening. I just happened to come home and see this mess. And the comment that was just like, oh, is this how far we're taking this? Then the following comment is, how you going to promote a cracker on this sister's page? I hope I hear about you falling out of a window soon. What did they say? Wait, let me read that again. How you gonna promote a cracker on this sister's page? I hope I hear about you falling out a window soon. Head first. Godspeed. Woo! I've been trying to calm down, y'all, but yeah, I'm like, whoa, really? All because I said there was more to the story? I get all this? Really? And of course, the word for the season is bed wench, coon, whatever derogatory word. They haven't even said Uncle Tom. I probably shouldn't even give them that because they're going to go with that. But basically, when I say it's the word for the season, these words on YouTube have been used ad nauseum, not by outsiders, but by our own people. How is tearing each other down supposed to help the Black cause? Someone please explain this to me. If there's someone that doesn't really agree with you, just leave them alone. I mean, not everybody is going to jump on every cause, but there are some that are warranted to jump on. Now, these comments are interesting to me. One, I don't think there's a such word as bed wenching, since bed wench is a noun. I'm just saying. Two, Mike Larry is a Black YouTuber. So I'm not sure where they got, which isn't right, calling him a cracker. Fourth, I think I know why they called me a bed wench. Well, one, according to that story, and I think I said it wrong in the beginning, I don't know, they were having a crazy divorce. The narrative, she jumped out the window because of the crazy divorce. I don't know if she didn't want to get a divorce. I don't know if she did. I don't know the whole details. All I know is how it's affecting me and my psychological self. I know you should let things go, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to get things off your chest. Okay, so back to why I think they thought it was so inclined to call me a bed wench. It's probably because of this pic right here. This pic was a part of my YouTube banner, and no, I didn't change it because of them. I was actually thinking about changing it anyway, since, well, y'all don't need to, that's not a part of this rant. But this guy was in my high school class. And this picture is from my high school reunion. And do you guys know who this guy is? It probably doesn't matter, but at the time it was cool to find out that he was in my class, and I took a picture with him, and at the time was his wife, but who's now his ex-wife, but they still seem to be getting along well because they're executive people to TV shows or whatnot. Plus, I grew up in Hollywood, so yeah, I'm gonna fan out. What? So, taking a picture with this man makes me a bed wench. With that said, remember I talked about my grandparents? I wonder what they would say about this picture. This picture of this man who looks white is my grandfather. Mind blown, isn't it? I have a letter from Maxine Waters thanking my grandparents for helping her become a congresswoman. So my grandparents were really instilled in helping the community. My grandmother started the first drug program in LA County. My grandfather was deputy chief to Superintendent Kenny Hahn. My grandmother was commissioner of narcotics. I told you guys about that story about her flipping her badge out people during in her sick bed. So I have been instilled in what goes on. There's a lot of craziness going on, but infighting is not going to help the Black cause. And fifthly, if you are for the Black race, why are you telling another Black person that you hope they fall out of a building 20-story tall? What is that about? And at God's speed. What happened to Love your neighbor as yourself, as the good Lord told us to do. Now, what I'm about to say may not be right. But my great-grandmother used to have a saying that said, "They may be my people, but they're not my kind." Even the Bible says, "Come out among them." If they're not righteous, come out of among them. Now, with that said, now that I got this off my chest, and I never thought I would ever, well, I should know better that a rant video will come one day, because YouTube is crazy and people are, behind the screen, behind the computer screens, just, typing away, getting into their emotions, not fact finding and fact checking, just going by the headlines. But you got to do, I'm stumbling over my words. But you got to do deeper research. You just can't go by the headlines. Look deeper into a story before you get into your emotions and start calling out your own people. So with that said, I didn't respond to their comments. I guess you can consider this a response. But basically, YouTube has these lovely options for mess like this. One looks like this. Another looks like this. And another looks like this with several options. Let me know in the comments section, which option did you think I had chosen? So you all, I just ask, can we be more uplifting and edify one another? I mean, like I said, infighting is not going to help the Black cause. Can we uplift and edify one another? And if you don't agree with someone's ideology, leave them be. This has been Dawnie to the Max. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, click the notification bell, and check to receive all notifications.